So I really don't like RPGs, okay? And I've never been able to get into them. For example, I think one of the first RPGs I think I might have played was either Pokemon or maybe like a Mario and Luigi game. Where the hell do I go? Let's take Mario and Luigi for example. When I first got that game, I was, let me just give some context. I was raised on like platformers like Mario. I played a little bit of FIFA when I was a little kid. I liked NBA Jam. I liked high octane action feel games, you know, like you're always doing stuff that you have to be concentrated. RPGs are just not that. So when I got Mario and Luigi, I thought it was gonna be like another like Mario game, you know? I was like, okay, this is awesome. It's a green light, I can go. But when I got that game, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be Mario and Luigi, and I was a Luigi fan back in the day, bro. I was Luigi #1. So I was like, yo, this is gonna be sick. I'm gonna be I can play as Luigi. It was Mario and Luigi Dream Team. It's gonna be a ton of Luigi. We're gonna like make big balls or something. And like I thought that was fun, you know? I was like, this is awesome. And then I play the game, and for one, it's a bunch of reading text, which was, you know, boring as hell to like a 7-year-old or 6-year-old. I don't even know. So yeah, that was the first thing. You know, after all that tech stuff, I'm like, okay, let's get to the gameplay. And it's a bunch of boring taking turns. I was like, what the hell? I wanted something fun, and like I thought it was gonna be like fighting people and crap. Like in all the commercials for Mario Luigi Dream Team, they did not show the damn turn-based battles. They showed like moving as a big Luigi ball. I gotta find a video of that and show it, because y'all are gonna not know what I mean by that. But anyways, that big like I wanted to do something fun and energetic, and to me RPGs are like the complete opposite of that. Let's move on to a different example, like Pokemon. Pokemon, I watched the show when I was a kid. I heard of people playing the card game. Card games are boring to me. I'd get that crap out of my face. If I know, like I knew Pokemon was based off, like the Pokemon show was based off a game. I was like, oh dang. So you're like telling like animals like they'll fight each other and crap. That looks fucking awesome. So I really wanted to play that. I don't know. I assumed it'd be like kind of like a fighting game or something. So then, you know, I get Pokemon X. I try it for the first time, and I'm like. And I try it, I'm like, wow, this is so boring. I play it because, you know, I got the game. I gotta at least try to enjoy it, but I really did not enjoy it. And at a certain point in the game, I think I got stuck or something. I just couldn't figure out where to go. That happened to me a lot as a kid. But besides that, I just was so disappointed. I was like, what is this? So let's fast forward a little bit. I go to my friend's house. We'll call him, Barry. I go to Barry's house. And he has this new game I kind of heard of called Pokken Tournament. Oh my god, I actually looked to my right. He has this game called Pokken Tournament, and it looks cool. I'm like, oh, is that a Pokemon fighting game? That looks sick. So we play it. That crap is so fun. I love it. It's so fun. Because it's what I wanted Pokemon to be. You just fight each other and crap. It's not, oh, I gotta wait for you to bite, and then I get to Thunder Shock or whatever shit. So anyways, I play this game. It's awesome. I never really get it though, because I don't know, I never got it. Pokemon, I feel like would be so much more fun if it wasn't an RPG. I would enjoy it way more, which I know is stupid. It's like, oh, if Mario didn't jump so much, he'd be better. Like that's his whole identity, you know. He's Jumpman. But like, just I didn't really get it as a kid. And to me, like RPGs are just so incredibly slow. I find them so boring. That's the opposite of what I want in a game. At least it's the opposite of what I used to want in a game. Because obviously I'm playing American Truck Team. This isn't exactly the most high octane game. I'm literally driving a damn truck, and even though I am going like 25 over the speed limit, it's not exactly the coolest game ever. It's kind of slow. But I still don't like RPGs. So why don't I like RPGs? For one, I tried getting into Pokemon like 10 years later. You know, just to try it. And it was okay. I liked it slightly more. I didn't hate it as much. $5,000? So I try it. And I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. You know, I could do this. Because I saw a lot of videos of Nuzlocke and crap. And I thought it looked kind of fun. But then I realized, oh, you have to grind? You don't just play through the game. You have to like sit there and just do something over and over again. And when I realized you have to do that, I was like, oh, this is the worst. This is the worst. I do not want to do this. And that's my other big problem with RPGs, the grinding. I do not want to grind. It is so boring. Like, can you not just integrate it into the game? Why do I have to, like, just sit there and grind up? Can't I just, like, get better by just playing the game normally? Why is this, like, an accepted thing? This is ass. Now, another problem I have with RPGs is they're way too damn long. You know, when Joker from Persona 5 got added to Super Smash Brothers, I was like, oh, who is this? And people were like, oh, I love this game. Even, like, people who didn't really love RPGs were like, oh, this got me into RPGs. I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll try this game. This looks okay. So I tried the game, and I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. And I played through it a little bit, and I'm like getting invested in the story. I'm like, oh, this is a good story. I'm enjoying this. I like this. And then I'm like, dang, this is taking a while. I don't know, like I like the story, but, like, you know, where is this going? And, you know, I also, I'm like in the, I don't know, there's some tower, there's some castle with a king guy, I remember. And I was having a hard time getting past him. Like, how do you get better in this game? I gotta strategize? So, we're just gonna do a little side tangent. I don't like thinking when I play a game, okay? You might think this is stupid, but I don't care, okay? I hate chess. Chess is one of my least favorite games because I don't play games to think, okay? I think plenty outside of video games. I go to games to turn my brain off and just play a game. There's a reason I've gotten speeding violation and a headlight violation already. Okay, I'm not thinking when I play American Truck Simulator. I have my brain off and I'm talking to a camera. So, I don't like thinking when I play a game. I don't like strategizing. I find that incredibly boring. So, in RPGs, you apparently gotta strategize. It's a real-time strategy. So, yeah, no, I guess it's not a real-time. It doesn't matter. If I haven't made it clear already, I'm talking mainly about turn-based RPGs. Action RPGs, that's like its own thing, bro. I don't care. So anyways, to get better at this Persona game, I have to think, okay? I already don't like that. But then I'm like, dang, this game is, I feel like I put in a lot of hours into this game, and, like, it doesn't feel like I'm that far, and let me search up the playtime. So I search it up, I go on howlongtobeat.com, I look, and the game is, like, over 100 hours long, and that's not even, like, the completionist, that's, like, the base game. And when I see this, I'm like, huh? So then, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm finishing this shit. Because, I'm sorry, I cannot, I literally just made a video about it. I cannot justify putting 100 hours into a game that I'm not even enjoying all that much. And I can't even get past the first boss. And I already put in like 30 hours into the game. I'm like, I'm not even close. So, basically, and you might say 30 hours, how am I that fucking slow? I don't care, I was taking my time. So, yeah, no, I don't want to play that. That sounds awful. 100 hours of that? Hell no. And I was really invested in the story, but honestly, if I'm that invested in the story and it's gonna take that long, I'd rather just, like, watch a movie or a show, bro. I do not want to put that much time into a game that's gonna take 100 hours, bro. I don't read for a reason, bro. Oh shit, wrong. I don't read. That shit takes way too long. So, I don't want to play a story-based game that takes 100 hours either. You might call me impatient. I call it having preferences. So yeah, that slow-ass start just, like, completely turned me off, and I was not in for it. Oh, also, I feel like a lot of RPGs, they teach you the system by, like, some tutorial. In my opinion, if you need a tutorial for a video, for most video games, I feel like if you need a tutorial, you kind of failed as a game designer, bro. Because, like, most games that I like, I picked them up and I did not need a tutorial. I kind of just figured it out. Because it's designed in a way that you're just supposed to figure it out. You don't need a damn tutorial. Most RPGs I play, they actively need to teach you each step, bro. I don't think that's very well designed. I think this should be easily understandable. And maybe it's just me because I don't play RPGs, but, like, huh? I don't, there's too complicated in my opinion. You need, like, an easier, more streamlined system where you can do all the same things, but, you know, it's not like going to, like, 7 different menus and figuring out what to do. Also, another thing, besides it being slow in terms of playtime length, Oh my god, bro. It's 25 over. $5,000 is insane. But in my opinion, these fights feel so boring. Okay, I get it's a video game, but a fight should feel a little, you know, nerve-wracking. And when a fight, I can literally just sit there and go. When I can literally just do that when in a fight. When I can literally just sit there doing nothing in a fight and nothing will happen to me until I do something. That does not feel, I don't feel any pressure. I just feel bored. I'm like, it feels like a chore I have to get through. And in that point, the exciting part isn't the combat, it's just the story. And at that point, it's like the fighting is filler. I don't want to do that. Just make an adventure game or some shit, bro. Make some interactive novel. Something like that, because at that point, what's the point of the fighting? I don't think there's any point to it. It's just an old system that should have been abandoned, in my opinion. Because I don't mind reading text in games. A lot of people complain about that. I don't mind that. I like reading text. What I don't like is when it feels like the reading text is the only thing in the game, and it pretends it's not. Because that's the only exciting part to me, bro. I don't care about the fighting. The fighting is a chore. When I get into a fight in an RPG, I'm like, another one of these? I just wanted to read the story. Like, clearly the fights aren't working. Another problem with RPGs, and also just very heavily story-based games, I wish games had a better, like, recap system. Because if you take a pause from playing a game for a while, and it's very inherently dependent on you understanding the story, it completely ruins the game if you pause. And, like, I get, like, oh, you pause in the middle, like, what do you expect? You're supposed to finish it to its end. Games can be long as hell. So, like, I'm sorry that I didn't want to do 100 hours just straight. Like, my bad. You know, movies, they don't, you know, if you pause a movie and then come back to it, you know, it tends not to recap. But a movie's, like, max, like, maybe 4 hours long. Not that many movies are over, like, 4 hours long. For a movie to, like, need to recap, that's kind of dumb. But a games can be so long. I feel like most games should build in, like, some recap system. So, like, if you forget what's happened so far, so it tells you. You know, this is something AI would be good for. If you want to implement AI in a video game for some dumbass reason, make it that dumbass reason. That's actually not that dumbass of a reason. It's to the point where I gotta be like, okay, I was the last on this mission in this game. What the f has happened before this? So I remember. You get so lost if you pause. Whatever, this isn't really about RPGs, this is more about just long games. But RPGs can definitely be part of this because they're so long and so story dependent. Okay, this is probably my final, but like this kind of has to do with the grinding. These games can get so fucking repetitive, which is why I hate the combat system, because it's just the same thing over and over again. You know, I was complaining about Mario and Luigi. I've came back to those games. I haven't played them a ton. I don't love them because they're still RPGs at the end of the day. Do I not have the pedal all the way down? Why am I going so slow? Mario and Luigi, it spices it up with the timing and different moves, and you need different timing for different moves, and it's a little more exciting, you know? But something like Persona, at least as far as I got into it, you know, I'm not giving a review on Persona. I didn't finish it. Persona 5, let me be specific. But bro, from what I played, it just felt like the same damn combat over and over and over again. It's like, that shit is not fun. There's nothing like inventive that comes. Like that feels like the whole game. Everything other than the story and the environments maybe. RPGs get so repetitive. The side quests feel so repetitive. The combat feels so repetitive. And grinding, the very concept of grinding is repetition. You just keep doing it over and over again. So you just it gets so boring, bro. How do people deal with it? How do you have fun? They're like, oh, but these characters are so... Watch a show, bro. I don't care about the characters. I'm talking about the game. It's a game, bro. Okay, the story can be good, but if the game isn't good, I don't care. I play some of these RPGs thinking maybe it'll grow on me. It doesn't. I love the story, but then the entire rest of it is so boring. I actively am trying to avoid combat because it's just so plain. Okay, I got 7 hours left on this truck drive, so I'll see y'all later. Oh! This is... Oh, I was holding down the accelerator. I meant to hit the brakes. Oop.